couple more, and we are brought to you this week by our friends at Howard Bank. A relentless commitment to be the best at everything they do. I'm going to need to learn that tagline. They're going to be with us all year long. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast, and of course they have a lot of things at the Mall of America. No fried chicken here, and less than stellar coffee. Let me just say that. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast, as well as the Maryland Jockey Club and our friends at Laurel, and of course the Preakness coming up, and big announcements on bands and music and parties and all that kind of stuff as well. Meanwhile, Luke Jones is here. Jeremy Kraft is here from Hunt Auctions. We usually have your partner, David, join us. And
right.
And I don't know you well, but David knows me well and knows that I'm a little bit of a geek about collectibles and fun stuff. Not as much as when I was younger. And, through this point, I did find my Tony Gwynn autographed bat the other day to honor Adam Jones. So I do have some stuff. But for you always bring a bag with stuff in it. And I always say to Dave, don't tell me what's in it. Last year's like, I got a Johnny Unitas old Colts 59. And it was really cool. But this year, I don't know what's in your bag. So I want to know. So tell me.
I brought some pretty cool things. These are all part of our live auction that we do as part of the NFL experience. There's about 400 or 500 lots up for bidding. Obviously,
I get your magazines every month. The catalogs.
Sure.
I have a great time just looking through them because I'm a geek like that.
It's a lot of fun, and again, even if you're not interested in bidding on this stuff, you can check it out at huntauctions.com.
You don't have to own it to enjoy it.
You don't.
You really don't. I've learned that at 50, I don't need to own the Johnny Unitas jersey for $400,000.
You can still
I
appreciate it.
can just look at it and say, that's pretty freaking cool. That's why we're all going to the Hall of Fame anyway. I don't want to own the stuff in there.
Sure.
I just want to see Ray Lewis bust. That's all.
So I brought some pretty neat things. One of them that's
whoa.
Believe it or not, this is a football helmet. What kind of protection?
Speaking of Canton, Ohio, right? Like there you go, right?
What kind of protection this really offered? Who knows? But it's sort of like just wrapping a piece of leather around your head. But that is an early football helmet. It's amazing how far they've come from that, which offered.
What year is this?
That's
20s,
turn of the century, right around 1900.
Is this what Curly wore in Three Stooges when they went out and they said, press, pull? Yeah. So
similar. This would be a little earlier. That's around 1900 to 1910, and it's fascinating to see that evolved into what's being worn today.
Be careful. You break it, you bought it.
All right, next up. I feel like I need Vanna White here or something to show this stuff off. This is pretty cool. How much is this going to go for, dude?
That has a pre-sale estimate of between $1,000 and $1,500.
And I just put it on my head?
And you just tried to squeeze it onto your head.
I didn't squeeze it. I be gentle. All right, what am I touching here?
So that right there is a football that was used in last year's Super Bowl.
I don't want to touch that. I'm not a Falcon fan. It does have the Falcon logo on it.
It does have the Falcon logo on it.
It's a little slippery. Right? I mean, Luke, a little slippery, right?
Yeah.
A little slickish.
That's one
game used.
That's one of 100+ pieces that were consigned directly by the NFL. We're honored to work with them every year, selling material that then benefits their various charitable
$500
endeavors.
How much on this?
That is estimated between $5,000 and $10,000.
$1,000.
Hold tight.
It's an expensive football.
Doesn't have Tom Brady's autograph on the ring. I mean, what?
That it doesn't.
It's used in the game, though.
Game used.
See, it has a little seal on it that says, like, I was in the game. There it is right there. All right, good.
I can show you another football.
Stuff, I
can show you another football. This one is really, really cool. This is right from Brett Favre, and that is the ball that he threw to Randy Moss for his 500th career touchdown. And absolutely a historic piece. He is one of only 2 guys that has reached that level, only since passed by Peyton Manning. And that coming right from Brett Favre, again.
And he had pink cleats that day, too. So
again, being sold to benefit some of his charitable endeavors.
We got shoes in here. What the heck? What's that all about?
These, unfortunately, he won't be wearing any in the next few days, but these are a pair of Carson Wentz's cleats, consigned directly by his representation. And again, being sold with a portion of the proceeds to benefit his AO1 Foundation. And again, if people they're not coming down to Minnesota, they can check all this stuff out at huntauctions.com and get in touch with us if they were interested in bidding.
We are at a mall, so why not show off some shoes, right? I mean, right? So there we go. Eagles. Dude, I've never rooted for the Eagles. The Carson Wentz, there's the autograph.
They're both autographed as well.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, okay. So how much would these go for? Probably a lot this week because the Eagles fans are all crazy right now.
These are estimated between $3,000 and $5,000.
Wow.
Let's
you
see
got
what
a Fournette
else.
jersey in there? I see a Fournette
You
jersey.
need the Nick Foles cleats now.
This one is cool. This another piece coming right from the NFL, and if you look at the pounding on this, I mean, this is.
Did he wear this when he was kicking our ass in London? Is it possible?
That's possible.
Do we know what games this was worn in?
You know what? I mean,
It'd be really funny if it was.
Do I see any purple? Well, I see blue in here, so they were probably playing the Rams or somebody, right? Like that's like a Rams color.
Don't know if that was from one of the International Series games, but actually this one was. Not the same game, different game, but this is obviously relevant to the area that we're in. This is from their International Series game.
Well, all right. Well, I don't want to touch this Fournette thing because that was a bad day for me.
As you
long flight home.
It's a really bad
honest
day
with
for
you.
the Ravens, though.
All of our WNST coverage brought to you by our friends at Full Circle Tire and Auto. Hey, Hartford County, my man Dave's up there. Give him a look if you're anywhere near Joppatown, Edgewood. You need a mechanic on a cold day. You need Dave. 410-676-2277. It is Full Circle Tire and Auto. Also brought to you by our friends at Al's Seafood in Essex. I was in Essex the other day as well. Give Chad the Crab Man our love. I always see his post that on Facebook and whatnot. But yes, they have crabs, crab cake, shrimp, all down there for you at the foot of Stemmers Run and Eastern in the 702, Al's Seafood and Crabs. I'm sending a buddy of mine from Minnesota over to Al's at some point this week as well. All right, so give everybody the Hunt Auctions lowdown. I mean, you guys have been doing this longer and better than anyone.
Yeah,
I at one point sold, I always tell David this, I sold an Aparicio Red Sox jersey because I was literally afraid like moths were going to get to it. And it was it was worth a couple grand.
Oh, yeah.
It found its way into my collection, and I'm like, and it wasn't big enough to wear,
right.
because he was such a small man.
Sure, he was a tiny guy.
And you guys auctioned it off, and I'm sure it's in some Red Sox fans' basement, and they're loving it,
Sure,
and that's
sure.
cool. But I got so much stuff. And
so that right there is a ticket stub in a program to one of the most famous games ever played.
You mean with the time the ball hit the ground and the NFL films crew didn't catch it?
I didn't say that. That's the Immaculate Reception. Terry Bradshaw to Franco Harris to win the divisional championship.
Since Yins and that don't got nothing to do right now because your team's not here, maybe you want to bid on this from 1972. By the way, it's got a ticket stub too, which is really kind of trying to get the camera right on it. But yeah, and that ticket stub is not unique because the Colts ticket stubs all look same size.
Very similar.
It's
yep.
very, very. All the
Very
Baltimore
similar.
Colts.
Does it have a price?
stubs.
What was the price?
Price of this ticket that day? This must have been a box. It was a box seat. $10.15.
Pricey.
That was a really expensive seat in 1972.
Yeah. Yep,
that
sure
was the most
sure
expensive
was.
football ticket you could buy.
So the neat part about stuff like this is the kind of thing that people may have sitting in a drawer at home or may have tucked away years ago.
How much is this worth?
That I believe we have estimated $1,000 to $1,500. So it's a great
And he
illustration.
didn't even catch the ball.
It's a great illustration of something somebody may have sitting around that you never know. And we encourage people totally free of charge. We're happy
Well, that
to
is
just
the
help out.
message. If you got something really valuable,
Let us know. We'll be happy to tell you, is it real? What's it worth? How can I best preserve it? And again, you can get contact info for all that at huntauctions.com, as well as check out the auction.
you guys do rock and roll stuff too, don't you? I've seen some backstage pass
Yep,
stuff.
that we do.
I have a ton of rock and roll and autograph stuff because that's the business I was in 30 years ago. But during the course of my life with sports, I can't fathom how many times if I was the guy from the NFL commercial, pulling out the Leonard Fournette jersey out, because I'm in those locker rooms seeing that stuff get thrown around. I try to avoid it because it often has blood on it, right? I mean, literally. I mean, literally. So
that's what collectors like.
Tell everybody how to find you guys. You guys are Philly-based.
Philly-based, right outside of Philadelphia in Exton, Pennsylvania. Again, huntauctions.com. Get you all our contact info. We'd be happy to hear from you.
I showed my Super Bowl I press guide to Bob Loeffler this week, who's an NFL historian as well and loves football. And I've told David about it. It is the press guide that they gave you in the press box. And everyone says they never called it the Super Bowl until Super Bowl III. That is commonly believed to be the case. This press guide says Super Bowl on it. It has the flip card in it from the Chiefs and the Packers, and it has all of John Stedman's handwriting, and it's all folded in half, and it's all dittoed out, and it says Lombardi halftime. Stedman was the pool captain to talk to Lombardi at halftime of Super Bowl I.
Oh, wow.
And has his handwritten notes.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
So, I mean, Steady gave this to me. I'm not looking to make $1 million off it, but I think it's a lot more valuable than $1,000 or something. I think it's, I would give the money to charity or whatever, but I mean, I think it's a really, it may be a one-of-a-kind piece, and it may be traceable to being the first time ever anything was handed to anyone in the media with the word Super and Bowl on it.
Yeah. Because the first couple of years, it was what? The
NFL AFL championship game.
And
the ticket said that. Even.
That was kind of like...
The program said that, too. The program doesn't say Super Bowl.
They referred to Super Bowl. It was almost like calling the World Series the Fall Classic. And then...
Well, it was Pete Rozelle's pet project to get it named the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Right.
Because they're like, what is a Super Bowl? You can't call it a Super Bowl because nobody's knows what the hell it is.
No one knows
it's
what it is.
It's the AFL, NFL championship game.
Right.
And so I have this piece... I'm going to put it in front of David Baker out at the Hall of Fame. And, and obviously, we have a little trip planned in August. Ray Lewis is going. You guys sell a lot of Ray stuff, too, right? I mean,
we do.
You got a lot of Raven stuff, from time. Yeah,
we do.
I see it month to month.
Geographically,
a lot of old Oriole stuff, too.
We do. We do. Geographically, we're right in that area, so it comes to us. And, you guys plan on attending?
Well, you get a lot of celebrities that come to you with their whole collection, right?
Yeah, that we do. In fact, in this particular auction, we're selling stuff from Brett Favre, Chris Dolman, Carl Eller. I think that sort of covers the high points, but I mean those are some pretty impressive names.
Sure,
and
some Hall of Famers there.
It's a privilege and an honor to be working with players of that caliber.
Jeremy Kraft joining us here. He's from Hunt Auctions. They're up in Philadelphia. You can check him out online. They do good stuff, and he's not going to leave me the Bronco Nagurski thing here. You can find us out in the buyatoyota.com audio vault 24 hours a day from anywhere in the world. All of our WNST coverage brought to you here, of course, by our friends at Howard Bank. That's why I'm wearing the hat, even though the sun's a little rough around here. A relentless commitment to being the best at everything they do. That's Howard Bank. Don't forget Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast. Also back with us for 2018. We're excited about that. And if you're anywhere down there in Essex, make sure you stop and see our friends at Pizza John's. Just not on Mondays, as was pointed out on the internet, because
Very true.
Look, when you make pizza that good, you got to rest. You know what I mean? You got to take a day off. So that's what they're doing down there. As well as the Maryland Jockey Clubs and our friends at Laurel. We'll be putting the entries up on our website and the results at WNST.net. It'll also be a part of our morning newspaper course brought to you by Planet Fitness and PlanetFitness.com, where it's still $10 a month to get in the best shape of your life. I'm going to need to be in better shape when I get home because they keep bringing me donuts. I got donuts here at the Mall of America. Luke Jones riding shotgun. We're here all week. It is our Super Bowl 52 coverage. By the way, that Ray Lewis bus trip on sale now under the Road Trips tab at WNST.net. I am Nestor. We are WNST.net, AM 1570, and WNST Towson, Baltimore. And we never stop talking Baltimore sports.